All right. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Tony Coleman-Brown. I'm so excited to have you here on this webinar. It is going to be packed with great information. I'm truly excited, and I'm glad that you were able to make it. So let's just jump right in. Tonight we're going to be talking about how to increase your website traffic and conversions with Pinterest. So basically, who am I? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tony Coleman-Brown, and I am the founder of the Network for Women in Business and the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. I also have a podcast called Aim to Win in Business and Life. And I'm also an author, a marketer, and a small business strategist. I've written several books, and I've also been featured in one book, Success in High Heels. But these other books are my books that I've put together. Delayed but Not Denied as a series, and we did 3 anthology series. I did one, me and my partner, Julia D. Shaw. I've been featured on blackenterprise.com, Our Time newspaper, the Network Journal, also on Pix 11. I helped to found, I should say, with Double J Direct, Black Expressions Book Club. It's now defunct. I also was a national vice president with Warm Spirit, which was a network marketing company. And I was able to win lots of trips, travel all around the world. I had a really wonderful network marketing career. But after I stopped really being totally active in network marketing, I started the Network for Women in Business. And I've been doing that ever since. It's been lovely. But let's just get into our objectives tonight. What we're going to talk about is why Pinterest, and we're going to talk about what you have to do when you're first getting started. We're also going to talk about how to put together a pinning strategy, and we're going to talk about how will you know when you're winning from your pinning strategy. And also tonight we're going to talk about how to amplify your efforts. Okay, so why Pinterest? Basically, Pinterest is an amazing social media site, and I just want to say first and foremost, one of the things that I decided at the beginning of the year was that there were 2 places that I really wanted to spend most of my time marketing and promoting. Of course, I have a strong following on Facebook. The Network for Women in Business has about 43,000 fans and followers. And, you know, Facebook is great, but Facebook and Instagram are 2 platforms that are seriously paid to play platforms. And what I mean by that is you have to pay for people to really be able to see your content. There are 2 platforms that I believe you can get your biggest bang for your buck. And the one platform is YouTube, and the other platform is Pinterest. And you're going to understand more why as we go through this. Now, I have a network for women in business, and Pinterest is 79% female. Therefore, it just made sense for me to shift a lot of my attention to Pinterest, right? And 58% of Pinterest users are on the tablet. Now, what's really cool about Pinterest is that 88% of people purchase a product from a pin, and then 49% purchase 5 or more products from their pins. And that is really key for you guys to really understand why Pinterest is a very important site for you to play on, because most of the people go there looking for something, because Pinterest is also a search engine as well as a social media platform, and people also go there looking for things that they want to buy. They go to Pinterest because they want to do a little bit of research first. And the top 5 cities for Pinterest is New York, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Seattle, and San Francisco. Now, I'm in New York, so it just really makes sense for me to be on Pinterest as well. And then the top occupations are bloggers, teachers, moms, students, and designers. Now, if you are a blogger, then you definitely know that Pinterest is the right place for you. And like I said before, Pinterest is also a search engine, and that's what really makes it fantastic, because people actually go to Pinterest looking for something, and they actually search Pinterest more than they search Facebook, more than they search Snapchat, and definitely more than they search Twitter. Now, I would love to see a comparison of people going to search Pinterest over people going to search YouTube, because both of those two websites are also search engines. Now, what does that mean for you? It actually means that your content has the ability to last for a very long time, because people come there, they're looking for something, and they keep coming back looking for something, and they can keep finding you over and over and over again. So 72% of the people say they're actually inspired to make a purchase just by looking at Pinterest. And like I said, people come to the site to search, they come to do market research, and like I also said before, the only other website that behaves this way is YouTube. And there's a residual impact of Pinterest. Pins live longer. Like I said, it's almost like having when you have a pin that people find over and over again, it's almost like having an infomercial that really runs for a long time. So the average useful lifespan of a tweet is only a few minutes. The average lifetime of a post in news feeds are only a few hours. But for Pinterest, pins don't last just for a few minutes. Pins don't last just for a few hours. Pins last for months. And it's the same way with YouTube videos. If you were to go to YouTube right now and you were to do a search for how to tie a tie, the video that will probably pop up at the top of the feed is a video that's been there for maybe 5 years or more. And that's the beauty of sites that are also social media sites, but also search engines. Because when people come to search and you've optimized your videos, or in this case for Pinterest, you've optimized your pins, then they have the ability to see your content when they come into Pinterest and they do a search. Now, why did I include these Spiegel magazines? Well, first and foremost, I know that I'm dating myself. A lot of people probably on this webinar don't even remember the old Spiegel catalogs. But Spiegel was a very aspirational catalog that used to get delivered by mail. Direct mail, believe it or not, used to be one of the best ways to market, and actually it still is, because we call it snail mail now, but direct marketing is not dead, and people are actually doing really well with direct marketing. And if you have the money and you can afford to do a direct mail piece, I would encourage you to do it. But back in the day when we used to get Spiegel magazine, we would keep the magazine and we would flip through it, and we would put dog ears on the pages that we wanted to come back to. Some things we might have purchased right away, some things we might have purchased later. But the Spiegel catalog kind of hung around. It stayed around the house until the next one came, but you held on to it until you were ready to purchase. And Pinterest almost behaves the exact same way. It's like a visual marketing site, similar to Instagram. But Pinterest is better than Instagram even because of the fact that the Instagram feed is fast, just like Facebook, and it doesn't last very long. I mean, if a tweet lasts for minutes, people fly through the Instagram feed. They're just like swiping, 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 swiping. I think that Instagram posts probably last for only a few minutes as well. But Pinterest also is an awesome traffic generator. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this webinar tonight, because I wanted to show you guys what has happened to me with the new website that I just started. I just recently launched back in about October, the end of October. I launched a new website, so it's only been around for about almost 3 months. I launched a new website called Everything Keto Diet because I've been doing the keto diet and I've been doing very well with it. And one of the things that I decided to do was to use this website, this niche website, as a test. I wanted to test out how it worked with Pinterest, and I wanted to test out if it would do exactly what people said that it would do and drive traffic to my website. And one of the things that I know for sure, that if I keep going along the path that I'm going, I know that eventually it's going to send thousands of people to my website, because basically what has been happening from my very own efforts is that Pinterest has been generating lots of traffic to the site. So this actual piece of data came directly from the website, everythingketodiet.com. And I went in there today and it showed me exactly how many views that I have received from Pinterest, but it also showed how many views I got from search engines, which this is really good because it's telling me I'm getting lots of organic traffic. Now look at Facebook. Facebook is not bringing me much at all, but I don't have a big Facebook fan base following as of yet with it. And Instagram is doing a little bit, and then I have my other personal website where I am sending people from that personal website to the Everything Keto website. And then Twitter has sent one person, not much. But as you can see here from the basic test that I'm doing, Pinterest is doing exactly what they said it would do. It's bringing me a lot of traffic, which is good because I actually have been converting the traffic into leads, and I've also been converting the traffic into sales, and that's been pretty good too. And that's exactly what we all want. We all want to be able to convert. First, we want the website traffic, then we want to be able to convert the traffic into leads and into sales. Here's the other thing that I love about Pinterest. Pinterest users are big spenders. They spend more money than people that you send to your website from Facebook. So this is an example of traffic that was sent from Pinterest to a Shopify store versus traffic that was sent from Facebook to a Shopify store. So as you can see here, the Pinterest sales are $80 and the Facebook sales are $40. So people on Pinterest spend more money than people from Facebook. So that's another reason why you really want to make sure that you're spending time building out Pinterest. So now that you know that Pinterest is definitely the place to be, I'm sure you want to know what to do first. Well, the first thing that you want to do is optimize your profile. Now, when I first started this test, I didn't have any views on my personal Pinterest page. And if you are on Pinterest, you can follow me at Tony1266. And definitely months ago when I started the Everything Keto Diet Pinterest page, I had nothing. That was 3 months ago. And today I think I checked and I had about 22,000 average monthly views from the Everything Keto Diet. And I had nothing for Tony Coleman-Brown. And now, as you can see, I have I just checked before I got on this webinar, and it was over 44,000 average monthly views. Now, the monthly views are great, but we really want to pay attention to clicks because that's actual traffic that's going to your website. So when you first get started with Pinterest, one of the things that you want to do is to create a really nice profile, and you want to optimize it. You want to create some nice pins that are in your brand colors. So I use Canva, but you could use another site called PicMonkey, but Canva is what I use to create my pins for Pinterest, and I try to stay within my new brand colors, which are this kind of aqua blue-green and this kind of purple-ish color, or magenta, almost the same color as the turtleneck that I'm wearing. You want to make sure that you have a nice profile picture. I didn't even realize that I had on a nice purple in this particular picture, but you want to make sure that you have a nice picture. Once you start getting your Pinterest brands together, you want to have a board that's dedicated to just your post. They could be your blog posts, they could be your product posts, but you want it to be just your post. And then you'll be able to update this particular banner up top to reflect whatever board that you want it to reflect. So it'll pull all the pins from that particular board and it'll put it up here in the top. And you want that board to be a board that's dedicated to your pins, because the one thing that you don't want to see when people come to your profile is all of these pins from other people, right? So you can have your name, but it would be good if you could put at the end of your name what you do. If you're a business coach, whatever it is that you do. Now you are limited in the number of characters, so you might want to use your name, or you might just want to use, you know, what it is that you do up here. And then you want to make sure that you have your website, right? And then you want to put a nice description here so that people know exactly what it is that you do. And then you want to be able to put a call to action so that people can go to your site and get your lead magnet, whatever it is. My lead magnet is my free guide, which is 50 ways to market and promote your business on social media. And here's my call to action. Click link on the left, and here's the link. And when they click it, they go to my home page, and my home page, the first thing you see is download my free guide, 50 ways to market and promote your business on social media. So you want to make sure that you claim your website, you have it here prominently, and that you optimize your profile. So I think that this profile, if you guys go to Pinterest and go to @Tony1266, you'll see it's a nice, clean profile. I'm really proud of the work that I did. And like I said, I've been doing this kind of as a test. And one of the things that I told the members of my group, because I have a group called 50 Ways to Market and Promote Your Business, because after you download it, I invite you to the group, and what I do with the group is talk about all of the different marketing strategies that I'm putting into place. And then what I have been doing is saying, well, as I test things out, I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. And I said that one of the things that I'm going to be working with is Pinterest this year, and I'm going to let you know how it's going. So this webinar tonight is a part of that, letting you know how it's going and letting you know what I'm actually doing. So the next thing you want to do when you are just getting started is you want to customize your boards. As you can see, this is a picture directly from my Pinterest account. And one of the things that I did was I put together some relevant topics, right? Mompreneurs, small business marketing tips, social media marketing tips, office inspiration, my blog posts, my Network for Women in Business blog post. And what I have done here is I've created really nice covers, and the covers are branded with my name and with what they're about. And then the pins are branded with my colors. So these are my brand colors. The purple, the turquoise blue, and white and gray are part of the brand colors. And so I have nice cover art. I have nice customized boards. I have some boards that are only for my content, and I have other boards where I share other people's content and my content on those boards. And we'll talk a little bit more about why I do that. So you want to create great board cover art. There is, I think the size of the cover art is like 300 by 300 pixels. And I think you might be able to go as low as 200 by 200 pixels. But you can create them right in Canva. Canva is what I've used to create these. I didn't hire a graphic artist. I did it myself in Canva. And one of the things that you want to do is make sure you have good descriptions on your boards, and you create your cover art so that this is what it looks like when people come to your profile. And it looks really neat and really clean. Also, because Pinterest is a search engine, what you might want to do is name your boards after some particular keywords that you want people to be able to find you for. So social media marketing, that's one. So I have a board, social media marketing. So small business marketing tips, that's another one. Mompreneurs, that's another one. So you want to make sure that when you are creating your Pinterest boards, that you are actually thinking about how are people searching on Pinterest? What are they searching for? And you can actually name your boards based upon the way people search. And what you can do is, as a little hack, you can go into Pinterest and go right into the search bar and type in your keywords. So if it's social media, the next thing might be social media ideas, social media tips, social media strategies. So you can create a whole bunch of boards that are just about social media, but you can name the boards all of those different ways so that you can have your boards laid out the same way people are searching in Pinterest. And that's so that they can find you. And then you want to make sure in your descriptions you include hashtags, because people also are able to find you via your hashtags. So this stuff takes a little bit of time, but here's what I encourage you to do. If there's someone on Pinterest that you admire and they're doing really well, what you want to try to do is reverse engineer their process. You can create the same type of boards, and I encourage you to kind of write them down or keep them in a spreadsheet or something like that. And if you have a virtual assistant, you could get your virtual assistant to create all of your boards, all of your board covers, and to add the first few pins to your boards. Because once you kind of have your branding, colors, and all of that in place, it becomes almost like a machine, you know, when you're getting in your groove to pin on Pinterest. So creating a pinning strategy. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, what type of information should I pin on Pinterest boards? Okay, what type of information? Well, you want to pin your blog posts, right? You can pin your videos. You can pin your podcasts. You can pin motivational quotes. As a matter of fact, my motivational quotes are doing so well on Pinterest. You can pin before and after photos. You can pin pictures of your products that you sell online. You can pin infographics, and you definitely want to pin other people's pins, right? But what you want to do is make sure that all your pins are Pinterest pretty. Now, what I love about Canva and also PicMonkey is the fact that there are a ton of Pinterest templates already available there. And what you can do is you can utilize those templates, change the colors to your branding colors, change the word and update, the wording, and update it, and create your own pins from the templates that already exist. That's one of the things I love about Canva. PicMonkey is the same way, but I am really comfortable with Canva, so I use that the most. Now, a lot of you may think blog posts, well, how do I pin a blog post on Pinterest? Videos, how do I pin a video on Pinterest? How do I pin a podcast on Pinterest? Well, what you do is you take the titles of your blog posts and you take the images that you use in your blog post and you create a Pinterest pretty image from Canva, and you use text, and you use a background photo, just the way, I'm going to scroll up, just the way you see here, right? I have taken a background picture and I put text as an overlay. I have this color in the background, but I have it kind of faded so you can still see the pictures in the background. The same way here, you can see the pictures in the background. The same way here. And so like for this particular pin, this pin right here that I'm pointing to was all about the 48 laws of power. And I did two different Pinterest covers, because you can promote the same pin over and over again if you change the images on the art, right? So if you change the art image, you can take the same pin or the same post, and you can promote it over and over and over again. But because the images look different, because you've created different images for that same post in Canva, you can actually promote that same blog post over and over again. But because the image is different, no one will really know that it's the exact same thing. So most people, as a strategy, they will take one particular post or one particular video or one particular podcast, and they'll create 4 Pinterest pin covers for that piece of content so that they can promote it over and over and over again all across the different boards. And it may sound crazy and it may sound cumbersome, but I'm going to show you a tool that you can use that makes it super fast, because you can create board lists, and then you can take the 4 images and just schedule it out to go to 10, 20 different boards, and it's just in a click of a button. So we're going to get to that. But these are the things that you can pin. But what you want to do also is you want to enable rich pins so that you can put the Pinterest pin on your Chrome browser, and you can go to your website and pull your pins directly from your website. And that makes it a lot easier as well. And a rich pin will give you a whole lot of other information, and it'll lay it out the way it's laid out on your website. So if you look at this picture here, this is a rich pin. And what it did was it pulled the information directly from this Betty Crocker website, and exactly the way it was laid out. And at the bottom, you can't see it here, but there were comments down here and everything. So if you have comments on your site, it'll pull all of that. So you want to enable rich pins so you can make life a lot easier for you, and it'll pull like much more information, and you won't have to do as much work. So like I said before, keywords and hashtags are very important. It's a very important part of search engine optimization, because Pinterest has its own search engine and it has its own algorithm. And when you go to Pinterest, there is a search bar, and people can type in keywords. So you want to make sure that when you are creating your titles for your pins, that your keywords are in your titles. When you are writing your descriptions for your pins, you want to make sure that your keywords and hashtags are in your descriptions, because all of these things is going to help you get found. And that's the most important thing. You want to get found online. You want people to find you so that they can mosey onto your website, so that they can get to know, like, and trust you, so they can get to see all of the different types of information that you post online, so that they can say, wow, I really, I trust this person. I see that they're committed. I'm definitely going to, either download what they have to offer for free or buy something from them. And then, like I said, you want to make sure that you brand your pens. So as you can see, this is a rich pen. And this pen came from my website. And one of the things, this particular pen was a blog post. This blog post is about why continuous learning is the key to success. So as you can see, that it gave me all of the information when I published the article and all of that stuff, and it brought it over here to Pinterest. So it made it a whole lot easier. But you want to make sure that you brand your pens with whatever your branding colors are. And that's one of the most important things. If you don't do anything else in 2019, make sure you decide what's going to represent your brand, what colors, what images, what font types. And then what I love about Canva is once you decide what your brand colors are, you can actually set them up as your brand colors. And then when you're pulling in templates, it makes it so easy for you to just change the colors of a template that already exists and make it look like your brand. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do that. And you want to be very strategic when it comes down to creating your boards. I kind of talked about this a little bit before. And you want to make sure that you dedicate a few boards for repinning other people's information, because you definitely are going to want to repin other people's pens. This is going to help you expand your reach, and this is going to help you grow and really grow a lot faster. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to have all of your boards representing other people's pens. You want to have some of your boards and the majority of your boards dedicated to you and dedicated to your pens. And even if you have information that's, say, for instance, it may be a blog post that I wrote for the Network Women in Business, but it could be good for small business marketing tips, as well as it could be good for mompreneurs, and it could be good for social media marketing tips. So you can best believe that I will take that one pen and I will put it on all of these different boards. That's a part of the strategy. That's a part of the strategy. Now, I'm not going to tell you how many boards you should have. I can tell you this. Some people have over 200 boards, and some people have 50 boards. I'm working towards 50 boards. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm working towards having 50 boards, and I may end up having more. And it just depends upon how creative I can get when it comes down to naming all my boards. And like I said, some of them are dedicated for just my pens, and some of them are for me to be able to repin to other people's material. Also, you want to use your analytics. You want to focus on not just views, but also clicks. Now, what I did here was I'm showing you the activity from everythingketodiet.com on Pinterest. Now, like I said, I just started this particular website not long ago. Now, most people struggle to get 2 or 3 people to their website a day. A lot of people struggle to get 10 people to their website every day. But I'm really excited because, as you can see, this particular website is starting to see a tremendous amount of growth from Pinterest. Especially, it started, I just started pinning around November, December, and you can see that I really got my groove, and things really started to take off around the end of the year, when I really figured out what I was going to do and how I was going to do it as it relates to my strategy. And it's just been going up and up and up. And one thing that I know for sure is that if I stay consistent with what I'm doing, I will definitely look up and have millions of people viewing my Pinterest account and my profile, and I will have thousands of people going to my website. And I have a goal, and my basic goal is to get all of the sites that I have to at a minimum of 25,000 sessions, not just a month, but hopefully a day at some point. And I know that if I'm consistent and if I continue to go the way that I'm going, I know that it's definitely going to happen. And I will keep you guys in the loop, and I will continuously update if you guys are in any of my groups, Network for Women in Business or 50 Ways to Market and Promote Your Business on Social Media. You'll see my updates. So how will you know you're winning? One of the things that I know for sure is that a lot of times when people are doing things on social media, they oftentimes feel like they're spinning their wheels and it's not working. Well, how will you know that it's working? You will know that this strategy is working for you when you will have achieved your stated goals. If you want your followers to increase, if your number of website subscribers increase, if your leads increase on a daily basis, or the number of people downloading your freebie, your lead magnet is increasing, if your sales are increasing, if your engagement is increasing, your likes, your comments, if your phone is ringing, if you have your phone number out there and you want people to call you for a discovery call if you're a coach, and your phone is ringing and people are signing up for your discovery sessions, then you know that you're winning. And you'll also know that you're winning if your website traffic increases. Your website traffic and your sales, if that goes up, you get more leads, more sales, more traffic, more customers, then you are definitely knowing that this is working. That's how you know when you're winning. Now, this is really the key to all of this. This is really how you make all of this happen. So how do you amplify your efforts? You amplify your efforts with this app called Tailwind. Now, the Tailwind app definitely helps you grow. You can get almost 7 times more repins, almost 4 times more followers, and more than 4 times more pins published when you use the Tailwind app. Now, how does it work? The Tailwind app works in this way. And what I want to do is I want to just pause for a brief minute. And what I want to do is I want to actually drop in the chat and see if I can get there. Well, I'll do it at the end. I want to drop in the link where you can actually go to the networkforwomeninbusiness.com/Tailwind app. Is all one word, no dash, no space, Tailwind app. And you can, try it for free. But with the Tailwind app, what you can do is you can actually publish and see how I have all of my pins published up until Monday. What the Tailwind app does is it'll tell you all of the optimal times that you should publish posts, pins. And if you want to add more, you can add more if you want to. But the app will tell you when are the best times for you to publish posts, and you can do that. So you can schedule all of your pins within Tailwind, and you can do it actually in one setting, and it doesn't really take that long. The only thing that takes long when it comes down to Pinterest is creating the art for the pin. Now, if you know that you're going to write maybe, I don't know, you might write 2 articles a week, and you have 5 products that you want to promote, you can actually create a Trello board for that work assignment, and you can hire a virtual assistant to create all of the art for you. So I know what articles that I want to write, and I already know what keywords that I want to use and that I'm targeting, and I already know what titles I want for my articles. So what I am looking to do this year is I have a graphic artist that I work with very well. I am looking to get him to create all of my art all in advance, because to me, when I'm going through the process of writing the article, making sure that it's search engine optimized, making sure that I have all the tags, making sure that I have the blog image, the Pinterest image. The one thing that I feel personally slows me down is going to Canva and creating the images. Now, if that's one less thing that I have to do, then I'm all for it. And I'm going to work with my graphic artist so that he can create all of my art in advance, even before I'm finished writing the articles. Because how I've gotten into a flow with my blogging is that I start the article and save it as a draft and come back to it when I'm inspired to write about that topic. But with Tailwind, you can schedule everything in advance. But what really can take your Pinterest experience to the next level is Tailwind Tribes. Now, you can join multiple Tailwind Tribes. It depends upon the plan that you have. Some plans allow you 5 tribes. Some plans allow you 10 tribes. Now, the way the tribes work is, like, this is an example of a tribe that's all niches. So it doesn't matter what you're pinning about. You can pin in this. You can add your pins to this tribe. Now, the way tribes work is, usually you have a pin for a pin. Every tribe has different rules. Some tribes say for every 1 pin, you have to share 2 pins from the tribe. And most tribes work in a way where they say for every 1 pin that you put in the tribe, you have to share one, you have to repin one of the pins that's already from the tribe. So from here you can see the tribe rules. So for every tribe that you want to join, all of the rules are kind of laid out. And see, with this tribe, if you're not active in 30 days, they'll kick you out. But you can join multiple tribes. A lot of these tribes have hundreds and hundreds of members. So if you have a really nice pin that is, Pinterest pretty, as they call it, you might find that a lot of people will share your pins. So you'll get a lot of repins. And, this is how you broaden your reach. And this is how you put your whole Pinterest experience on steroids. Back in the day, they had something called Board Booster. And a lot of people generated success on Pinterest with Board Booster. But Board Booster went away, and now there's Tailwind Tribes. And what's really cool about Tailwind is the fact that you can actually do this with multiple accounts. So therefore, if you wanted to start a business where you are a Pinterest social media manager, then you can actually use this tool to grow other people's Pinterest accounts. Also, what's really cool is Tailwind recently added Instagram. So now you can pin or post, I should say, from here to your Instagram account. And I am testing that on the free trial now to see how it works, because the way I have my Pinterest account set up is when I post to Pinterest, it also posts to Facebook. And if this works on Instagram as well as it's working for Pinterest, then I think that it's going to be something that I'm really going to be interested in. But the Tailwind Tribes really takes your whole Pinterest experience to the next level. And I encourage you to try the Tailwind app. You can go to the networkforwomeninbusiness.com/Tailwind app, and you can try it for free. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really have for you guys tonight. And I want to know if you guys have any particular questions. If you want to raise your hand and ask a question, you can feel free to do that. If you don't have any questions, let me know. What I'll do is in the chat area, I will type out the URL so that if you want to just click on it, You can. And I mean, and this is no risk because at the end of the day, you can use it and try it out for free. So you can take the free trial. So it's really risk-free, guys. It's not something that I would recommend if it wasn't working. I've been utilizing this tool. It's been working extremely well. I've had tremendous growth because, like I said, my network for women in business, not the network for women in business, but my Tony Coleman-Brown Pinterest account, it had nothing. I had no views. And now I'm up to like 44 average views, and I've been getting traffic to that website as well. So this works, and I encourage you to try the Tailwind app. You will have a tremendous amount of success. You will be happy with your results. I can tell you that I've gotten more opt-ins to my lead magnet. I've also gotten sales because one of the things that I do is I refer different products to Amazon, and I've gotten sales from my affiliate link with Amazon. And so think about that. Even if you didn't have a website, but say for instance you were in network marketing and you don't have a blog website, or you are an Amazon affiliate and you wanted to just talk to people about certain products on Amazon, you can create pins related to different Amazon products, and you can promote those pins, or you can you know, use this particular strategy to pin it and pin it in different tribes using Tailwind, and you can generate sales and generate affiliate income from Amazon utilizing this strategy. So for me, this is a long-term strategy. I can't wait, honestly. I can't wait to see what all of this is going to look like a year from now. I'm so excited at the results that I've had thus far, and I know that if you guys give this a try, that you will have the same type of results. It does take work, it does take time, and recognize that, on this journey, on this entrepreneurial journey, nothing is easy and nothing is overnight. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Bridget. Nothing is easy because Bridget said, thanks, Tony, great webinar. Looking forward to seeing your success. But like I said, nothing is easy and nothing is overnight. And every single website started with no traffic, started with nothing, and had to grow over time. So the key to all of this is taking the time out, creating your plan, creating your strategy, and then getting to work and being consistent about it, and truly trusting and believing that you can be that person that grows your account to over 1 million average monthly views. And then you're getting thousands of people to come to your website every day. And you're generating all of this income through your ad networks, through your courses, through your affiliate programs. Really and truly, the sky is the limit. So I want to encourage you to take this information that I gave you guys today, try Tailwind app, and try Pinterest. Give it a shot. And you'll be surprised what will happen. And you'll be surprised even if you start it and then you walk away, you'll still be surprised at what type of viewership you get even if you walk away. You'll be surprised at that. So if there are no questions, because I checked and I don't see any questions, if there are no questions, then I am really done here. And I'm going to end the webinar. So I'm going to give you one more opportunity to ask any questions if you have them. Any questions? Well, all right. Thank you guys so much for participating in the webinar.